Recovery, Recoil. Dr. Heinrich Stenner had been the one and only doctor in the little town for decades. A kindly, cheerful man with a gray beard and laughing eyes, he had delivered nearly every baby in the valley for 30 years. He'd patched up miners in the days when the mine still roared, and even now, long after it closed, he still made his rounds in a rickety wagon pulled by his beloved horse, Gertrude. He called her Gertie. She had been a broken-down plow horse when he rescued her from a cruel owner. Under his care she grew strong again, proud and gentle as a lamb. When Lexi and Matthew took the children on outings or picnics, the doctor often appeared with Gertie in tow, giving rides that sent the children squealing with delight. He never asked for payment, only smiled and tipped his hat when families left baskets of eggs, a loaf of bread, or a handful of carrots for Gertie. He would sit up all night with a sick child or even a family pet and ride home at dawn as though he'd done nothing extraordinary. After the bridge explosion, Lexi woke in his little house in the hills outside of town. She had been unconscious for 2 days. He had removed the bullets, cleaned the wounds, and bandaged her himself. When she struggled up from the bed and realized where she was, panic flared. "Doctor, you're in danger. We have to leave. We must—" He held up a calming hand. "Don't you worry, my dear. I'm an old man. What do they care for an old man?" "Please, you don't understand." "Now hush, little one," he said gently. "You've been through a terrible ordeal. Rest is the best medicine." Before she could fight him, he pressed a needle to her arm. The world swam, then darkness claimed her. She woke again to the guttural rumble of engines, motorcycles, and a heavy truck grinding to a halt outside. Her leg throbbed as she dragged herself to the front window. The doctor was at his gate, standing tall, calm as ever, as a German officer shouted in his face. The words were harsh, ugly. Dr. Stenner only scoffed, tugging at his beard. "Don't you boys have wives and mothers and children to go home to? Do they know what you're saying and doing here today? It's time to go home," he said, almost laughing, and turned back toward his house. The officer made a sharp gesture. A soldier stepped forward, leveled his weapon, and a burst of gunfire tore into the doctor's back. He staggered, pitched forward into the dirt, and lay still. Lexi's chest locked tight. No sound came out, only the pounding of her pulse and the ringing in her ears. She stumbled to the little table, seized a cloth, and swept medicines, bandages, and the contents of the doctor's bag into it with trembling hands. She pushed it out the back window, hauled her injured body after it, and fell hard into the grass just as the front door splintered under boot heels. She dragged herself into the bushes, breath tearing in her throat. Then a shriek, hooves thrashing, a second burst of fire she knew without looking. Gertie. Lexi pressed her fist to her mouth as the horse's cries rose high and ragged. The earth shook with her fall, then came a single pistol shot and silence. Something inside Lexi cracked. Not just grief, something hotter, darker. Rage boiled through her veins until she could taste iron on her tongue. She pressed her forehead to the ground, pounding her fists against the soil, tears streaming down her face. Every fiber of her being screamed to leap up, to fight, to kill them with her bare hands if that's all she had. She forced herself not to move, not to scream, not to give them her life too. But in her heart she made a promise. Their time would come. All of them, slowly, painfully, their time would come.